After using this Yozuri hybrid 6-pound test fishing line for the past month or so, I can confidently say that I'm not too pleased with it. It's broken several times in conditions where I feel that plain monofilament would not have. In fact, I actually have more confidence in 4-pound monofilament than I do with this 6-pound hybrid. So I'm going to take it off my reel, and I got some of this Power Pro braid. This is 20-pound test, but it is the same diameter as the 6-pound test. I know it's pretty heavy for the 2000 size reel I'm going to put it on, but in this river that I fish at, there's a lot of large snook, and I always feel bad when one breaks off and swims away with a $10 lure in his mouth. So I'm going to go with this 20-pound test. I'm just going to put it on there without any backing. And I really like this reel, this rod and reel combo. It's become one of my favorites. It's just very, very enjoyable to use. So I'll pull the line off of this and spool on the braid. In fact, the very first knot that I tied with that Yozuri line, it broke just trying to attach it to the spool. Then I did figure out that if you make your knot and wet your fingers with a little spit and lubricate it as you cinch it down, it does hold better at the knot. But I got a wind knot just yesterday, and well, I had the wind knot probably a week or so ago, and I got it out. But yesterday I got hung up on the lily pad, and I didn't put much force on it, and it just snapped right at that spot where the wind knot was. For lack of a better word, I'd describe this line as brittle. And if it gets any kink in there whatsoever, then that's where it's going to break. It casts great, you know, it's considering, but you get a little bad spot in there and that's where it's going to break. Alright, got that mess off of there. That line is going into garbage. Okay, now let's pull out this Power Pro. I do have some Suffix 10-pound test, but I think I'm going to save this for some of my smaller spinning reels. It's a 4-pound mono equivalent in size. That'll be good for over in a lake or pond or canal fishing when you're not going to tie into a big snook. Bail open, get it centered right on that little rubber band in the middle of that spool. Just work it down. Easier said than done. Check off that tag. Alright. That's tight. It's slipping. Yeah, it's a good tension. Alright. Fill it. I'm not putting it on too tight because I don't want it cutting into itself, but it's pretty tight to where it shouldn't slip. Alright, I kind of like that. Got a little bit of a gap in there. You don't want to take it all the way to the edge. Alright, properly spooled 20-pound braid with a nice dark green because this river botanic acid makes it so dark that the green is pretty much invisible in it, where a white or a clear kind of stands out. Now if this is primarily a saltwater reel, I would put clear mono on there. I like a Berkeley Big Game. I've always had great luck with that. Alright. Go on to see how it casts. Alright, well, I got that Yozuri hybrid line off of here. And got 20-pound braid. I like to use a steel leader because of the amount of large snook that is in this river. Let's see how it casts. It's a Battle 2000 rod and reel combo with 20-pound braid on it. 6-pound diameter equivalent, which is right in the middle of the line size recommendations for mono. It's like 4, 6, and 8. So it's ideally suited, even though it's a little heavier pound test. But I kind of like that. I do hook into a 38-pound snook like this one, and I'd like to know that I have a chance of bringing them in with this. I caught that one probably about 2 months ago in this river. I was using my Penn Spinfisher 5 4500 with 12-pound mono and landed him with a large deep diving silver lure with a little red on the head of it. Nearly straightened out the rear hook on that lure too. A couple more big tugs and he would have got away. Yeah, seems to cast real nice. Little stiff being new, but it'll soften up with time. Definitely a lot more confident in this line than that hybrid. The hybrid was rather disappointing. Oh, there's the sun. Yep, cast just as far with the same effort.